Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today we have a full guide for the minigun. Good old classic minigun with special focus on the Shredder variant, because with this modification, this gun changes from a ranged weapon into insanely powerful melee weapon. And that's what the most powerful part of this gun. I will cover the range variation as well, but first I would like to welcome my latest Patreon supporters, and those are Michael Montemerano and Francisco Diaz. Welcome to Tartur's army, guys, and thank you a lot for your support. And now, as always, let's start from the basics. Where you can find a minigun if you need one right now. One of the locations, there is many locations on the map. One of the locations is General Steakhouse. You can grab a free minigun in here. I allow myself to kill those enemies inside already to do not bother with them. And as you can see, I'm running here. Very straightforward. And on this table, minigun. You can pick up one. You can scrap it. There is more places you can Google. You can scrap minigun to get mods with some exceptions. But first, how to get plan to craft your own minigun. Unfortunately, you cannot buy it, and you will need to follow one of the main quest lines. Basically, you will start this quest line around Fort Defiance, that's Old Brotherhood quest line, and as you will progress through the quest, at some point you will get a quest to get into Glass Cavern, and when you finish it, you will get a plan for the minigun. That's the easiest way to actually get this plan if you need to craft one. Now, the plan for the modification, one of them you will find in Barclay Spring Station. Generally, there are two modifications that you will not be able to learn from scrapping. All other you will learn from scrapping. The exceptions are for the minigun 3-barrel that you will be able to buy in here. So you can see, plan minigun 3-barrel. It's a cheap plan. You can buy at Barclay train station. And the prime receiver plan you will get from Scorchbeast Queen. Then you need to do Scorchbeast Queen fights for the other one. Remaining plans from scrapping the miniguns. Now let's cover the crafting cost and all the modifications. If you want to craft a minigun, you will find it under Heavy Guns category, and it's in here, minigun. The crafting cost, level 45, it's about the same as any other heavy gun. It does require Gunsmith rank 5, and now the modifications. For the barrel, you can have standard one, 3-barrel, prime barrel, and accelerated barrel. And the main difference between those barrels is fire rate and damage done. The 3-barrel is really the worst one, and I do not recommend you using 3-barrel. What you are looking for is either accelerated barrel or prime barrel. I like to use prime barrel with my Shredder because this way I can still use 5mm ammo with my other guns, and by keeping no prime ammo, I can use the Shredder. You should know in here, if you want to use the Shredder, you cannot have ammo. It's supposed to be fixed, but it wasn't. If you do have ammo, only damage you will be getting is damage from bullets. That is way lower than damage from the Shredder, therefore you cannot have ammo if you want to use the Shredder. Those are my two picks, accelerated or prime barrel for the minigun. After that, you have a sight. You can have gunner sight to improve accuracy or no sight. I'm choosing no sight if I'm using the Shredder. Sight only obstructs your view and doesn't give you anything if you run Shredder version. And of course, the muzzle, either no muzzle if you only want to use it as a shooting weapon, or the Shredder if you want to unlock the full potential of the minigun. As well, Gunsmith 5 required. Now, ammo for this gun, of course, it is a ballistic ammo, and you will find it in here. You will get 100 rounds per craft. It will cost you 8 gunpowder, 15 lead, 30 steel. That's before application of any perks. Generally taking into consideration how much ammo this gun is consuming, it's not really so cheap. It can easily shoot several hundred rounds in like no time. If you are using Prime version, you will find ammo for it under Ultra Sight Ammo. And here you will get 200 rounds as default, but the cost goes up to 12 gunpowder, 22 lead, 1 violet flux, 44 steel, 1 ultra sight. Then that's definitely way too expensive to use it with ammo. And now some basic information about the gun and what you need to know before we go into some showcase, and I will be talking about the best legendary effects. You need to know that if you are using it as a shredder and without ammo, different rules apply. It will not use a heavy gunner perk to increase its damage anymore. Instead, you will need a basher perk, but it will still apply damage increase from every universal perk increasing damage like adrenaline or bloody mess and so on. Only heavy gunner perks will no longer apply. Stabilize perk will still apply. Not all the prefixes and other legendary effects will work if you are using a shredder. For example, anti-armor and vampire is well known to work perfectly with the shredder, although other legendary effects mostly doesn't work or are unreliable, which means sometimes work, sometimes doesn't. One of the example will be a second star, faster fire rate, and from my experience, if I load some ammo and shoot enemies with the shredder, and then start shredding them after depleting this ammo, like small amount of ammo, the shredder does benefit from faster fire rate. But if I load into the server and start running without any ammo equipped, my faster fire rate will have no effect. That's interesting to know. There is probably more effects like that, but this is the one that I was testing, and that's a surprise. Apart from that, you need to know that if you are using a shredder, you want to run in third person, as third person will allow you to keep shredding even if you are running around, jumping, and so on, when first person doesn't seem to work so well, and quite often it will stop doing damage. You will need to stop spinning and respin it again, what's not very convenient. And now let's go for some action. I'll be talking a little bit more. Now let's start from the version with ammo. What I do recommend from legendary effects, if you can get it, two-shot explosive. And that's basically the only combo of legendary effects I like on minigun if used with ammo, for the reason of tagging. Like if I would be on the event, look at that. It's like very little damage. All of them are still pretty good shape, but I tag them like in no time. That's why I like to use it. You can of course use it to kill. It does do the job, especially if Demolition Expert is equipped, but tagging is the best way to go for me, and that's how I'm using it. I don't use it really for anything else, due to the fact, if you take a look on my ammo count, when I start firing, look what's going on. Like, all the ammo will be depleted in no time. There are better guns that can do way more damage, but this gun is insanely good for mass tagging on events, as it can keep firing for quite a while. Of course, if you will have any variant that is normally good for ballistic weapons, like prefixes of blooded or anti-armor, those are great and will work nicely to increase the damage. Something like faster fire rate, faster reload for second and third star, of course, recommended if you want to deal damage with it. But now let's go and cover the shredder variant. And for the shredder version of the minigun, surprisingly, prefix is not the most important. The most important thing is the second star, and you want bashing damage increased by 50%. This is a crazy boost to damage of this gun, therefore that's your number one, what you are looking for. After you get one, whichever one you will get, like I'm using at this moment this quad, and you will see how much damage I'm doing, even though obviously quad does nothing when you use it as a shredder, as there is no ammo. Then more ammo, no effect. But look how fast I'm killing them. Of course, the basher perk need to be equipped under strength. That's like the key point, and in the same time it only costs you 2 points, then it's super easy to fully spec for the shredder. Oh, and one thing that you should be aware of, as this is a melee attack, bashing count as a melee attack, it does benefit from your total strength. If you go under your stats, special, strength, farther you boost this stat, the more damage you are doing. You can see how much damage I'm doing with just 13 in my strength, what's really low because I'm not on a team. I will do a little bit more damage if I create like whatever team, as I have herd mentality mutation, and now my strength is 16, and you should see that I will be doing a little bit more damage now. Although it's not easy to notice as they dying so fast. It's already so much damage. It's already so much damage. Even level 100 is dying in like no time at all. That's why I love the shredder. And of course, about the third star, there is nothing really that you need. Therefore, go with whichever third star you will get. 2 of the third stars can be slightly useful. Extra durability, even though the durability is already good, will be even better. Or 90% weight reduction. Those are options for you that can do something on the shredder, but it's the least important. The most important is second star bashing damage, and then first star to be either vampire or anti-armor. That's what you are looking for. And always run in third person, as in third person, if you jump, it keeps shredding, it do not stop. If I swap to first person, I start shredding, I jump, it's still spinning, but when I'm jumping, it stopped doing damage. That's the problem. I can show you if I find another enemy. Look now in first person when I jump. No damage. No damage. No damage. Now the damage is back. You see, after the jump, even though it's still spinning, I jump. I need to wait before I do damage again. I do damage. I jump. There will be no damage. Okay, this guy. Let me try. Shred, jump. And damages again. After landing, is disabled for a moment. Yeah, that's a big issue if you try to use it in first person. In third person, damage is all the time. Okay, let me show you the difference. Be sure there is one super mutant. I will jump going to him. I jump, but I'm still doing the damage. Instantly dead. And that's a huge difference. You want to keep doing the damage all the time. And for that, you have a third person view. And I just noticed I forgot to equip stabilized. I just re-equip it now. You will see I will do even a little bit more damage in here with my basher minigun. So you can see, like, it's already hard to notice a difference as they're dying so fast if I hit them, but now I have even a little bit more damage. Slightly, but always. You can also, as well, use the minigun without your power armor. And then I will be getting more bonuses for my strength as I'm wearing unyielding. What will most likely help me even more than extra armor penetration from stabilized, or is it about the same? Maybe it's about the same. It's hard to notice a difference at this point. It can be about the same, but those are your options. As strength benefits the minigun, then if I exit power armor and I do have more strength, I can use this strength to my advantage, but I will lose armor penetration from stabilized. It's like a trade-off. And now you know about everything about the minigun that you need to know. If I missed something and you know some cool tricks about the shredder, please let everyone know in the comments section. If you have any reliable way to use more legendary effects than just vampire, anti-armor and basher for a second star, let us know. This is definitely a very interesting gun with some cool mechanics with the shredder. You just hold the trigger, you keep shredding everything, you just cannot have any ammo. What is cool, in my opinion. I love this gun, especially for daily ops when you need to kill enemies with melee attacks. You can use your heavy gun and you don't actually need to use any melee weapon or standard bashing. You can shred them. And that being said, this will be everything for this video. And as always, thank you a lot for watching and see you all in the next one.